Hey guys, today we're doing another card talks. Woo! Because I figured, we did the first episode on Toon stuff, so why don't we do the second episode on the new Toon stuff? I'm a little behind on this one. I've been doing a lot with the UA deck profiles I've been working on, but we're pretty much just kind of in limbo right now, waiting for what the new cards are going to be in crossover souls. So, or crossed souls now. Oof, old habits die hard. So let's go over some of the new Toon cards. The first one is Comican! Woo! Comican is an equip spell that reads, equip only to a monster what your opponent controls while you control Toon World. Okay? Take control of the equipped monster. It is treated as a Toon monster. Also, it can attack your opponent directly unless they control a Toon monster. If there is no Toon World on the field, destroy this card. Okay, it's Snatch Steal. Only downside is it's really weak to Mystical Space Typhoon because I don't think Toon Kingdom can protect it, and if you destroy Toon Kingdom, this goes along with it. And that's kind of a problem. But hey, if you're playing, enough spell negation, like, I don't know, hell, you could get away with Magic Jammer or Dark Bribe in this deck just to protect your Toon World. This will be really, really nice because this gives you tribute fodder for some of your higher level Toons, as well as just turning some of your opponent's monsters into Toon versions. So we will now technically have things like, Necros of Trishula or as a Toon, or Dante Toon of the Burning Abyss, and stuff like that. That'll be kind of fun. Next up, we have Doppelganger! I remember this from the show. It kind of goes around Pegasus, and it's really cool they actually made this card. Basically, it says if you control Toon World and a Toon monster. Oh, interesting. So if I had Toon World on board, I could use Comican, steal your guy, and then this is totally viable now. Target one card in your opponent's graveyard. If it is a monster, special summon to your side of the field. If it is a spell or trap, set it to your side of the field. Wow. With this in Comican, basically you are now playing with your opponent's deck. That is very trolly, and that's very toony. Like, this is like a 3-of, just like Comican. This is going to be nuts. This isn't searchable by Toon Table of Contents either, which is kind of annoying, but if you run enough of these, you'll have no problem. And last but not least, and this is the newest one, this one literally just came out today, is Toon Mask. Okay, they got a trap too. What's this guy do? Toon Mask. It's a normal trap card. It says, if you control Toon World, target one face-up monster your opponent controls, special summon from your hand or deck one Toon monster whose level is equal or less than the opponent's monster's level or rank, ignoring the summoning conditions. Yes, this makes Toon Blue Eyes playable, this makes Dark Magician Girl playable, this makes any of the Toons playable, which is fun because basically that means you can now special summon from the deck any of your Toons. And, this has a great Necros matchup because they tend to play higher level boss monsters like Trishula and Valkyris, so you now can pretty much summon whatever you want. That's really fun. Only problem is when you play against a low level ranks deck like Burning Abyss, you're going to have limited options. So you might want to tech this card out, but hey, your opponent plays a big dude, you get a big dude. And you know what? If it's level 8, Toon Blue Eyes White Dragon has 3,000 attack, guys, and you can just bust that right out of the deck. That's handy. I really like that. Obviously, it's a little slow, it's a normal trap, but hey, it's not continuous, so it can't get MST'd. And hey, you know what? This card also sets up Comican, because you now have a guy on board who is potentially equal level to your opponent's guy, and now you each have a monster, and you have Toon World on board, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to activate this, and you have a Toon monster, so you can play Comican, take their guy, and if it's the same level, you could overlay, you could synchro with it, you could do numerous things. This actually has some interesting utility, because if you can now pretty much play whatever ranks you want. Like, you could take your opponent's, I don't know, one of his Sylvans, like the Herm Tree, and play out your Blue Eyes Toon Dragon, and then overlay for, I don't know, Hilopolis or something, like, or Felgrand. Like, there's just interesting things you can do with this card. They all kind of have a bit of synergy with each other, too. Like, Toon Kingdom is a more resilient Toon world that protects your Toon cards. Toon Mask gets you a Toon out of your deck. Toon, what is it? Comican, if you have a Toon on the field, you can steal your opponent's monster, the one that you targeted with Toon Mask. And then Doppelganger, you can get back anything out of your opponent's graveyard that might help. Hey, if you stole an opponent's monster and they have some sort of theme support in their graveyard for whatever that monster is, you can now grab that card. Hey, you got your, you stole a Dante or something, and then next turn you steal something else. Cool, you can now grab his Fire Lake. I mean, there's just some fun stuff you can do with this. Will the deck be competitive? I'm not positive. Because the monsters are still bad. Like, that's the problem. Like, all the support's really good, but the monsters are really bad. They all suffer from Magic the Gathering summoning sickness, or at least most of them. They can't attack the turn they're summoned. Just trap it up. It'll be fine. Alright, guys. That was my next card talks. Next time we won't do Toons, probably, unless they keep releasing support for this deck. Holy crap. Next up, it's probably going to be discussing UAs when we finally get the leaks of what those new 3 or 4 possible cards we're going to get. I really can't wait, because right now the deck's kind of stagnant. We can keep putting crap in it, but we need the next cards. Alright guys, thanks for watching. And remember, if you don't control the meta, who will?